everyone.
What's up guys, Unofficial MCU here. Hope you're all doing well, and in today's video we have a new update for Shang-Chi making an appearance in an MCU project, what his next MCU project is going to be for one, and what the future of his own trilogy looks like as well, like his next solo movie, Shang-Chi 2, not just that, but where he's going to be appearing next within the MCU, and it's actually in a project presumably releasing this year. It's exactly what we're going to be discussing in today's video. We of course are going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it, kind of break it all down for you guys with everything that we know and everything that we'd be anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing all types of Marvel related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Also, be sure to hit that little notification bell right next to it to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel almost on the daily. There is a lot of Marvel news to keep up with. It's exactly why we're here, is to keep you guys updated with everything, not just that, but also break it down for you guys. As always, I really appreciate all of the support. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from the direct article as an overall garnering source. However, there are article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. The actor behind Shang-Chi in the MCU, Simu Lee, had recently taken to speak on 2025, marking the first time fans will finally be able to see his Shang-Chi in 4 whole years since his solo outing in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, releasing in 2021. The Shang-Chi star Simu Lee spoke for the first time about his return to the MCU for a project releasing this year. Lee had broke onto the MCU scene in 2021 with his leading role in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, the second theatrical release of the MCU's Phase 4. And even during the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, the film broke box office records and became an instant fan favorite, largely thanks to Lee's passionate performance. Not just that, but it was honestly genuinely just a really great Marvel movie, one of the better ones a part of that phase, and really in the recent and that whole post-Avengers Endgame kind of era, so to speak, that we're now living in. And since then, Simu Lee had been limited to only one subsequent MCU appearance, that being in a pair of episodes from the animated What If Season 3, and even then, those aren't canonical to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And while he's been clear and cut that he'll be playing Shang-Chi for as long as he possibly can, fans are still waiting for Marvel Studios to utilize him a little bit more often and where he might be popping up. Of course, a lot of fans are anticipating for that to be in Avengers Doomsday, but what if I told you that there is another project? Recently speaking with AP Entertainment, MCU star Simu Lee had addressed his 2025 return to the MCU for the first time during the promotional tour for a new movie called Last Breath. While reflecting on playing Shang-Chi in 2 episodes of the animated What If Season 3 in late of last year, 2024, Lee had reflected on being in the voice booth for that show, 2025's Marvel Zombies, set to release October 3rd. While he did not share any specific details on what will come in Marvel Zombies with its short and sweet 4 episodes, he didn't hold back on saying that he is quite excited for people to see the next one, saying in quote, "You are going to be in Marvel Zombies, right?" asked the question from AP Entertainment, replying with, "Has that actually been confirmed?" he asked back, and by which the interviewer had asked, "That's what I heard," and Lee had said, in quote, "You know, I think that's been confirmed. We had a couple of What If episodes come out recently, and I have the opportunity to be in the voice booth with a little bit of that, and also potentially for other things, so it was a lot of fun, and I'm excited for people to see the next one." And that quote right there, I find it kind of funny of how he kind of just does kind of say, like, yeah, that is my next Marvel project and something that I did get to do, but I'd like to see him in the flesh as his own person, like in Shang-Chi, in the live form, of course, and within the actual MCU, not within Marvel Zombies per se, because that isn't technically, canonically a part of the MCU, even though it's a fun project to look forward to. Even then, it's going to be short and sweet, but I think it's going to be totally badass to be able to see Shang-Chi in a rated R project as well. It's also 110% worth noting that he also says that there have been a couple of other things potentially that he was able to do in the voice booth, so there very well could be more animated MCU projects to look forward to, whether that's continuations of already standing MCU animated projects such as What If, and if they want to do a season 4 of that, that's something that we really haven't heard all that much about, and something it seems that Marvel seems to be kind of done with for right now. But there's also in question of another animated Marvel Zombies season 2, or just an entirely new Marvel animated project at the same time as well. And so, outside of all of that, what's his actual future within the MCU? While details are still largely being kept heavily under wraps on Marvel Zombies, Shang-Chi is expected to be one of the main players alongside an exciting team of heroes tackling the undead. Following that show, fans should also expect and anticipate to see much more of the martial arts experts in the near future, and actually be a part of the MCU canon. When Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton was in line to direct Avengers 5, at the time being titled Avengers 5 or Avengers the Kang Dynasty, Simu Lee was teased for a massive role in the MCU's next Avengers-centric outing. However, shifting gears, that no longer seems to be the case. While the movie is now called Avengers Doomsday and is led by the Russo brothers to direct, Simu Lee should still be in line for a major role, considering how popular the character is. And well, not just that, but we also haven't seen his character in quite some time. I think that it would be honestly quite wise to have his character pop up somewhere before we see him in Avengers 5 to lay some more groundwork on that forefront, but I just don't think that Marvel has really that opportunity to do so. Let me know if I'm wrong about that in the comments down below. Meanwhile, anticipation still continues to build for a follow-up effort into the 2021's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, his first solo outing, often to be said one of the multiversal saga's best films, and at that I definitely think it is. And at that point, Lee said that Shang-Chi 2 was indeed in line to release after the next two Avengers films, so it seems that's something to also take into consideration, and that if he is going to pop up before Avengers Doomsday, it's going to have to be in somebody else's project. Maybe per se like Spider-Man 4 honestly is somewhere that could work, even though that isn't before Avengers Doomsday, that'd be before Avengers Secret Wars, but that was all before the multiple delays across the MCU slate as well. And also it's important to remember that the director, Destin Daniel Cretton, is now directing Spider-Man 4 as well, seemingly putting Shang-Chi 2 a little bit further away from being released, but you guys still see the connection into that. And all things considered, while Simu Lee's MCU tenure has had quite a major gap after his initial solo film, it does appear that he will be back with vengeance over the next few years, and that's definitely something to look forward to. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial MCU. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Different theories as well, I'm all ears. Let's discuss. I love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Leave a like on today's video as it really does help out the channel. I really appreciate it. Stick around here on the channel, Unofficial MCU, by hitting that subscribe button and notification bell to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel almost on the daily. There's a lot of Marvel news and craziness that has been going on. That's exactly why we're here, is to keep you guys all updated on all of it and explain it all. Also check out our merch shop, linked in the description down below or to the channel. Also use codes Team Ironman or Team Cap in all caps depending on what team you are a part of to get 10% off of your order. I'll be updating and dropping new designs on a regular basis, so make sure you check it out. It can make a perfect gift for someone else or even for yourself. With whatever way you support the channel, I really deeply do appreciate it. Whether it's simply watching today's video or purchasing one of our products, thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Peace out.